This is my Steve Viau 8 of 12 First Blood. It's a tribute to Jimmy Lile and the 13 movie knives that Jimmy made. I was very lucky to get this. Steve only ended up making 5 or 6 knives, and that just makes it so much more rare. So this knife is a tribute to the 7 through to 13 knives that had the polished clip, which I think is nicer looking, but they used the movie style where it was just the masking line that continued through the teeth along the clip. Both are beautiful. My preferred look is this look, but I was very happy to get this because his tributes to the 7 through to 13 knives are unmatched in my opinion. Hard to see anything that isn't accurate as far as this knife goes. Of course, handmade knives can't be perfect from knife to knife, but this is as close as it gets. The quality is as good as any. You can't get better, or as beautiful. You can't get more beautiful for a First Blood knife. Very, very lucky to have this. Stamped in the same sort of style as the Lile knives. You can see the type of steel that's stamped in there. The guard needs a bit more of a clean because I had the leather cord like this one attached to it. It marked it up a little bit, so I've half cleaned it. I've got to do the rest of it soon. So when I acquired this knife from my friend Maro, I was lucky enough to get not just the knife and the sheath. I got knife bags for the knife, the sheath, and the number 10 knife and sheath. So I've got the number 8 and the number 10 sheaths. Check these out. You can't get better. I'm so lucky to have these. Very rare and as good as you can get when it comes to quality. So in my opinion, the top sheath makers for First Blood knives: Steve Viau, Mike Perry, Francesco Nova, and Andy Wood. And other sheaths I've had that were very good that are getting up there: Marcos Blineri, Greg Wall does a nice sheath, not as accurate as the others. And of course I haven't had a Vaughan Neely yet, but his sheaths are beautiful as well. But I've been lucky to get my favourites so far. Came with extra caps, movie compasses, and a couple of survival kits. They're very cool. So this one I've cut down because I use it in a different knife and it wasn't quite as deep in the handle. I keep that in one of my Daniel Maro First Bloods, 1 of 13. Getting these knife bags really kicked off my love of owning knife bags for my top knives. So if you're lucky enough to own any of these brass compasses, the original Lile brass compasses with glass, they are worth hanging on to because they have gone up in value a lot over the last few years, and they are really hard to get now. There was a couple small batches that were up for grabs in the last few years that quickly were picked up, and yeah, now if you can get one, you're very lucky. If you can get more than one, you are super lucky these days. So I have a few other brass compasses that are in knife caps. These two will be in caps soon, I'd say. At least one of them definitely, possibly both. Anyway, this video is about this knife and the great maker Steve Viau from Canada. Over the last few years I've really got to see how passionate Steve was when he made these. He visited the Lile, or the old Lile workshop, where Jimmy used to have all these knives made in a little cottage, and also Jimmy's gravesite. So there's videos and photos of that I've seen, and the video Steve put some beautiful audio, some music to it that was really fitting. And he also took one of the knives that he made and placed it next to the gravesite and took a photo and placed there with some flowers. It was really beautiful to see. So it's no surprise that he's put so much passion into his First Blood knives. It was a shame he didn't make the complete 12 series, but at the same time it's kind of cool because it makes them more rare. I have a couple of friends that have some of the other First Blood knives that Steve made. 2 or 3 friends that have them. I think 3, maybe 4 even. So it's pretty cool to see those ones as well. 2 of them that I know of are the movie style. At least one of the others is the same polished clip style as this. So I have movie accurate knives by top makers, Andy Wood and Daniel Maro, in the movie style, so it's great to have a polished clip style by Steve. Okay, so I'll be doing another video or 2 later today. One of the videos will be to be a reminder of an announcement of something coming up, while also showing a few of my treasures. Okay, hope you've all had a good weekend.